everyone, welcome back. This is probably going to be episode 15, the start of a new arc. Yeah, I've kept track via the edits.
A new arc?
Oh. New arc. Well, you kind of burnt down a bridge the last time we saw us.
We absolutely just left that place. Goodbye.
So, to catch everyone up, we have Mr. Shambles, the half-orc shaman, not shaman, that's not a class, druid. Shaman should be, or it should be a subclass or something like that, but we have the half-orc druid, we have the human rails with a dark, sinister edgelord past, but it worked out before if you watched previous episodes. And the human wizard, don't even remember her name. I remember one person's name, I don't remember her name. She was just like the girl who used to own a magic shop that left with them. And they are leaving what was called Dry Dock, which was this dock who happened to, homes were built over it because the entire ocean is gone, or this giant lake is gone. And after certain things, they left it in a state of social disorder. Without leadership, things exploded, and now they are currently flying off, both polymorphed, to a nearby forested area. That good enough? Where apparently more orcs live that may have destroyed, have been unfriendly to humans, but we don't know how true that may be. So as you're flying down, you see the forest, and it seems kind of dense with the woods, and you see what seems to be a stone fortification off in the distance as you guys land into a clearing.
I want to explain everything to the witch so she gets what happened at the dock, and like how there's that secret underground secret thing, battle monsters, and all that gambling.
She would say, "Oh dear, we've had no idea something like that was going on. That may explain how frequently we've got magic items."
Most likely.
And
I assume that's how the Jade Shark made its living, too.
I'm gonna ask her, like, did they frequently ask you, like, to translate what magic properties these things have?
She would say no, it's just we seem to have more frequent magical items come in trades, and buying and selling of them seem to happen more often. Magic items aren't as frequent elsewhere, is what I would assume she would say.
Is there a higher up area, like a vantage point to look down at the
Well, I'm still
stone area?
polymorphed as a crow, aren't I?
He we don't know if he landed because he was a crow. Shambles here turned into a giant sturge that they found before. Polymorphed into it.
I'm going to say I turned back to normal. I'm going to tell the witch, I'm tired. I need some time to rest. Aren't we all tired after that long journey?
For her, that was probably a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would kind of understand, probably thinking the fight, you probably explained some of the fighting, probably not all as in to implicate you.
Not the parading of the dead body. Nah, I'm not going to explain that.
Now,
that would be a lot more explained.
She will then be watching as you try to perform some sort of resting.
I'm going to, like, find maybe some...
You don't happen to have any resting equipment? I'm assuming with one of your packages it came with like a sleeping roll of some sort.
Yeah, like, let's say we both have, like, maybe a
She
sleeping
probably
bag
does.
or something.
She would, I don't know, magically start a fire Would that become a
I've
problem?
done my only stick. I need Erie's the stick.
Are you for sure the stick wasn't the staff?
No, it's the stick.
When did you get
That's
a stick?
the staff. Long time ago.
I don't remember
In the
when.
beginning.
Okay, you throw in your only stick. It was cursed. A genie comes out. Not the kind that gives you 3 wishes, whereas your best friend.
My stick.
No.
It's the stick, and I just burned it.
You
Strong
burned the
bad
stick.
comes after.
No.
Strong bad comes after.
It was the only meeting point in the entire area.
I should write down my bag of beans.
I keep telling you to do it in a way in which you can understand it, but you sometimes don't understand what's on your list.
I don't remember is the thing.
No, I've seen other forms of D&D where they have a system where you have to put in slots, like in an old RPG, spatial slots, instead of stuff like instead of
I still
orders.
got some painting supplies from the dog. Awesome.
Yeah, which all that shit things.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and rest with them as a crow. I'll have like the upper vantage point. Doesn't that wear off though? Actually, now that I think of it.
Polymorphing, I think, may last an hour.
You
Alright,
wake up.
I will go back to normal, but I will try to be at a higher vantage point, like up in a tree waiting there, and I'm going to go ahead and tie my whip to like the branch and have the cowbell at the end ready to alert the others if
Oh, so you're
anything goes awry.
Ding, ding.
okay. Now, to apologize, you did say that you wanted to take a look from your higher point a little bit longer at the fort.
I do.
Okay.
I
Well,
do want to see.
I got a visual representation. Hooray! The fort does look like this.
Huh.
You can see that there are some guards there. And you would know, as you're looking around, on the top deck, there seems to be chained an orc with kind of comically green skin, chained and kind of pointed to the direction of the deeper into the wood. So they are captured, possibly interrogating an orc.
Alright, I'll kind of spread that word down to you especially.
So there is racism in these parts.
Very new.
Oh no.
We did that before,
Yeah.
before like February of 2020. So hipster.
Peace. Remember.
Okay.
Did I catch anything magical with the monocle at all? If I could.
Invisible tower, towering above everything. Just.
If it would be, I would say the height, it would have to be something super small. And it would be a height issue. So it's like something the size of a cat. If there was an invisible cat, you did not see. Anything bigger than that, there seems to be nothing invisible about the area.
Alright, so it doesn't seem like to have much magical up their sleeves, but I could be wrong about that.
So are you camping in the tree?
Yeah, like rest.
Or are you taking first
I'm
watch? Okay.
resting.
Okay. So,
She's like taking first watch, I guess.
I guess she's taking first watch to thank you guys. She will cast like, what is it,
Alerting spell or something.
Tripwires?
Cassie tripwire.
Why don't I remember? Because I was just going to say that she has, was and I forget the term because I know it only from other games. The invisible hole, where she the magical trip rope, or what is it? I forget. The one where you can climb up and you have your own house in a magical space. She's going to cast that, but I forget how to put it. I forget what it is. It's a magical rope that
Trick rope or something like that?
trick rope. I think so. I know we saw it on Tales from my D&D. It's a trick rope. So there is a rope that descends out of
A pocket dimension.
pocket dimension, essentially, and she can climb into. She has cast that, and she's sitting by the fire taking the first, 2-hour watch, or 3 or 4 hour watch. But what I want you guys out of game to do is add your weather to the dice. I've been not doing this since you're outside. Add 2 different weather conditions that you want by shape, and then you can describe it if you're the one that rolled it, or if you made it and it gets rolled.
What are on there already, though? Looks like rain.
Rain and fog is what I put because I'm a dungeon master and I want things inconvenient. Spiders?
Raining spiders. No. And this has to be weather.
Yes, it's for weather conditions. You can make it clear.
Good.
Then werewolves. Could be a lunar thingy because it's night. Wind. You can add more rain if you want rain. Forget this room does get warm. Being trapped under all the weather.
It's a humid day.
Well, it's going to be night, so it's going to be humid night.
Humid night.
Humid?
You can make another piece of weather. You can make 2.
Okay, nice.
So if you want 2 humids to make it more possible what you want to do, or 2 different things, it rains magic items. It's like Trace knew. It rains Lucky Charms, maybe. The cereal.
It rains like a very small sprinkle.
Okay.
Not like rain, but sprinkling. Like the kind where you can walk around without a jacket on, and it feels nice on you. You get me?
See, I'm actually doing this, but it's not really that applicable. Like elves get advantage of stealth in like a small bit of obscurity. It would be really cool if that would be the case, but no one really.
It's too foggy to see what's below your waistline. Elves are stabbing your legs.
But elves are tall. It would be known. Yeah, go ahead. There's weather there. I went and got
I believe I never tried this time.
habanero. I don't think it's hotter. Should you be eating them with your braces?
I can.
You can.
Okay.
This will be cut out, right? Me.
Yeah. Am I good at editing, Trace? Have you seen if I'm good at editing? Especially not this stuff. I need to find something that's low-key editing. Like I put maps.
I'm sure you can go on YouTube and find like I've seen like plenty of videos where they're like recommending like these very simple ways of editing, like cutting and all that. Like certain ones like a free way to edit, and then certain ones are like this one costs like $5 or $6, like. But this was like the kind that I used at the beginning when I started my career.
Alright, one is Dreadful Storm, and the other one is Silent Quiet Night.
Oh, Quiet Night.
You want to roll it?
Yes.
This will be the weather for
Tonight.
tonight.
Dreadful Storm.
Dreadstorm. Oh dear.
Okay, so. Oh, you gotta love that one. Of course, it has to be the most problematic.
When we're sleeping.
Okay, so you're sleeping, he's sleeping in a tree.
Do I
Burns.
hear like the storm coming at least like ahead of time? Or do I feel like the gusts of wind more than the others that are below? Since
You
I'm
would
on a higher
probably, but how it would go is, should be, watching probably an hour in, so watch, you would look at the fire and see, hear a little crackle, off in the distance. And you're like, oh no. You
I
quickly
probably shouldn't be
try
in
to put
this
out the fire.
tree.
Yeah, and then suddenly you'll be feeling the gusts of wind.
This
Your
is
bell would go off
like on its own with the
because
gust.
of the wind.
I'm just woken up probably by now. I'm like,
None of you are deep sleepers.
it's a curse of mine. Have to stay alert. Everyone's taking orcs these days.
Looks like we're gonna have to take some sort of shelter. It doesn't, from what I
Did we
can
go
tell,
into
there
the
isn't
pocket
anything
dimension?
good.
You'd look at her and she'd be like in like a onesie, like a pink onesie, like a modern looking one with her flying cat that she owns.
Or is it too like private in there?
She'd say it's pretty private.
Okay.
A person.
Thunder strikes. Be like, and then I don't know, your makeshift tent pole falls over. Like, I guess you gotta stay in then. How are you with getting down from the tree in the wind?
I would undo it like you get down, like use like a branch and kind of let myself go down.
I want you to roll a 20-sided dice,
Is it going
adding your dex
my.
to see how problematic that may be.
Branch breaks, he dies. I know he's low on health, but he just rested a little.
Oh dear.
We should be healed, right? Back to normal, right?
No, because none of you have actually.
None of us have got good enough rest.
You would have got a. What would it be called? It would be called a short rest, which I believe gives you
I'm going to
some HP back.
I'm going to
3
keep
plus
my health.
2, that's a 5.
Yeah, branch breaks. You take 4 points of damage. Are you alive?
Yeah, I'm still alive, but that wasn't exactly really
Snaps.
good for me.
And so you're seeing everyone trying to put out the fire because it would be inconvenient. Maybe people will see them. I need to get her.
So let's
Is there
see. I'll see if I can do anything to try to put it out with something.
No, they're doing good. They're like kicking up dirt on it. She is. Don't think you need to like cast something. Maybe if you have an item to scorch it, not scorch it, but like.
Take it out.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you actually have a
If I
bucket?
get a drink.
Go ahead.
I have a
Okay,
sponge.
right now, sorry.
I have a
That
sponge.
would make probably it worse.
Yeah. And besides, I want to keep a hold of this sponge just
Your-
in case of something.
Her
Your
name
blade-
is Raina.
Raina.
What? Oh, the witch's
Yeah, I forgot her name. Her name is Raina. It is ironic.
Do you want a drink, Nick?
What kind?
One I got was a black cherry soda.
There's like colas,
Maybe
Cola.
like
Dr. K, stuff like that.
Soda. Super. Okay.
Still love how Frankie changes personalities depending on what he drinks.
What? Oh.
If he drinks tea, he becomes too elegant and nice. If he drinks like a juice, he becomes like a vegan, a peaceful, like old peace-loving vegan.
And then, like, they had
He
some
becomes
weird
full-on
stuff,
American
like,
stereotype of cola, which is just base stuff.
when he drank milk or something that Chopper gave him at that one huge part, he did something, he's like, eh, this is disgusting, or
Like
something.
he doesn't like milk or something around that.
Okay, so she's scuttling up her pocket dimension, poofs into it. You? Who goes
I'm
next?
going in, like,
You go in, and
I want to stay safe a little bit.
I would like to take a good look around the surroundings. Like, she's permitting us to go in, right?
yeah.
I'm taking a good look around beforehand, right before the storm's about to downpour on us. Like, anything I see just
You see
around me.
torches heading towards the direction of the fort.
Heading towards I would like to get in there now.
Okay.
But I would like to let everyone know as I get in what I've just seen. I don't know if it's friendlies or not, but there's people with torches headed the direction of that fort.
Okay. Well, you're saying that you have entered into, like, the whole place looks like a rather large canopy bed that is way too pink, and there's only like one exposed window, and it looks like a stormy night, but it is not the same place. There's like walls outside of the canopy sheet, and that is it. It's very pink and very pillowy.
Well, I would have a complete blank expression. Like, I'm just not gonna judge. Like, not gonna make her feel bad for what she is.
She'll be
likes,
in the
like,
corner.
You do you.
She'll be in the corner, and she'll be flushing her cat.
I think we might want to stay quiet, too.
I kind of want to ask her, is this like soundproof? Like,
She would say, you stay on this side of the portal, yes.
I would I can't hear anything that's going on the other side at that point.
Actually, yes.
So,
Except for, ironically, you still hear rain, but it is not the same storm.
not the same storm. Oh,
I
boy.
would like the, after hearing about the torches, I'm like, makes me wonder, I heard of these horrible, horrible people that would take my kind, and I would do air quotes, and enslave them, and not only that, they would do like search parties in search places, like in my original village,
You would
and
have
look
search
for
parties.
orcs that lived there because they knew this was like a friendly place. They didn't care about orcs in my village.
Oh dear.
Out of character. I have something for that.
Search party.
I have something for that search party. How on earth did you guess something like that?
Because I'm
Yeah.
thinking torches late at night. They're looking for something.
Sounds like the
obviously.
scene in the first Shrek
She
where
would
they
say-
first tried to go after him.
She'd say, I don't know, but my town don't like orcs. They say they destroyed our old home, and that's why we live on a dock.
Could I see anything at least? I can't
You could
hear.
stick your head out the portal and look.
I don't want to risk
Tree
getting
crushes his
everyone.
face.
I don't want to risk it at everyone caught though. That's my only fear.
I mean, I'm guessing there's a random rope floating in the air. I think that might be suspicious. Can we pull that up?
She would nod.
Ah, I'm pulling that up then.
Pulling that up, and during that moment when he pulls it up, I'll just take a quick peek down below before sticking it right back out of and back into where the safe space is. Real quick. Because
Torches.
I think they would notice a sudden random midair rope going up. So I would be like, if we're going to get caught in that moment, we might as well see what's going on and get a heads up.
You will
Real
no longer
quick.
see the torches.
No longer?
Yeah. Either they were put out by the rain, or maybe they reached a destination, or maybe
They're
the-
hiding.
the
How bad
hiding-
does it sound out there with the storm? How bad is it?
You will see the tree you were in collapse.
Well, you know that stereotypical like anime dot-eyed
Mhm.
face. I'm gonna stick my head out and I'm just gonna be like that. Like,
Now, something I may not have been clear with is the trees in the area did not seem fully healthy.
Ooh.
oh,
They seemed
rather weak.
weak or dry. Maybe very few of them would have what you would consider a suitable amount of leaves. Foliage, they seem to be dying.
Well, this rain's gonna help them.
Well, the tree I was just in just fell down. Glad I'm here. Let's just put it that way.
Well, what I'm gonna do is have a nice rest in that pillow fort. Is there like pillows everywhere?
There are tons. There, the rounds one, there's the log-shaped ones, there's the body pillow, there's
I'm
the
gonna-
standard pillow.
Can I roll for building a small pillow fort and sleep?
You don't have to roll. You can achieve it.
Awesome. In this world, I can do anything. I can build a pillow fort, man.
I would go by nearby like the storm going window and just kind of just go like this.
Okay.
Nice.
You peer out the storm window, and you see a group of mountains and a lighthouse.
Hold up, I recognize that. Isn't that the original farm area?
I'm taking a look at my
Mhm.
map. Is this right here?
Yeah, you can deduce by the angle that this must be the window she had while she lived in the magic missile. It's like a reproduction of that.
The magic
so maybe
missile?
it is a store, maybe
The-
magic. That was the shop she owned.
Oh.
Called the Magic Missile.
Hmm.
And it would be that, and you see it, but something to do with maybe the reproduction of it in her memory to make this pillow-forted area.
So this is more of a
When
magical area.
There seems to be a dark haze over the tip of the lighthouse.
So
I don't know if there
she
is
won't remember
like
that.
shadows forming.
Shadows forming over that lighthouse. Do I see anything through the monocle with that?
Are you then testing by taking off the monocle?
Taking it off, like putting it
Seems
back
to
on
be only
see-
the shadowy thing that you're not for sure if it's a production of the vision is only seen through the monocle. Like Trace would not see it, she would not see it.
I would go to the witch while Trace is kind of busy building a fort there. Not
I'm
gonna
resting
nice.
now in
Um,
my fort.
As you get
If I
closer
should be
to her,
concerned.
you're going to hear a lot of snoring. She has fallen asleep.
I guess I will.
I mean, this
First
is
off,
her
I guess
like,
I'll go
perfect
back.
little dreamland. It's like she
True,
wakes
it's her,
up
like,
in a
little
nightmare
sleepland.
and everything's on fire. My pillow fort.
And then I see myself.
She's just there with a cup of coffee. Good morning.
I had a nightmare today.
No, not a nightmare. That's how she prefers to wake up.
Oh.
I had a nightmare last night. How about you all?
No, she goes to sleep perfectly fine. She likes to wake up to flames. That's like her alarm bell. It's like, oh, everything's good with the world now.
I will go ahead and just rest by the window in that case, kind of drifting off as I'm looking out at the lighthouse. This darkness, curiously.
Sleeping.
Not giving it another thought.
Are you going to go to sleep in your pillow fort?
Heck yeah, I'm like
You're
sheltered.
sleep at the window. Okay, so you sleep. Everybody sleeps, and the first person to wake up will be Nicholas.
Yeah.
You're
I
gonna
guess
have-
that makes sense.
I'm
Stay
going-
away from the window.
You're gonna feel because you feel up, like a sickness is coming over you, like you're about to vomit. You feel it forming in your throat.
Well, can I open that window at all?
You attempt to, and it doesn't seem to be able to. You want to stick your head through the portal?
Stick my head through the portal with a split second, like look around.
There seems to be early morning coming in until things kind of go black around your eyes. It feels like there's a foam, like a film on your eyes.
A film growing around my eyes.
Yes.
Alright, I'm just heading right out of the portal and trying to like assess myself behind like a tree or something and trying to regain.
And by then, it goes black, and you feel yourself throwing up something warm. I guess you're throwing up. Yes.
Dang.
And then you slowly get your vision back, and you see a black blob-like thing crawling behind the tree.
Let me peek around and see what exactly that was supposed to be.
You see
What the heck was that?
a jackalope.
A what?
With, I guess, a jackalope with very oily fur. Black fur.
Whoa.
Yes, because I'm going to say you guys got a lot of experience for your last quest, but the thing that deserves a lot of experience is Board the Beast Within, and this is going to be like a given level up for it. You currently are giving this as a familiar. you can scout out. You have a telepathic link with it. You may be able to give it small orders like picking up objects. But it is a black jackalope to go with the horned
The horn,
Wendigo look. Yeah.
Horn theme. Alright, I take like an approach to it. Like, I start feeling a connection, don't I?
Yeah. It does the little bunny nose twitch. Sniffs your hand. And nuzzles your hand.
Well, this is very off-putting for me. I never went through something like that.
I never.
I went through transformation, but I never went through something like that. That kind of concerned me a bit. But considering my like knowledge with like the unknown, I'd say I would know a minor creature like that. I'm like, never seen one like this. It's more major creatures where things start going fuzzy for me. But this, it looks like a silhouetted like jackalope, is what I'm going to say to myself. And due to some mysterious connection, I guess we'll go along together or something like that.
So, I'm kind of guessing that I would be waking up by now.
Probably.
I'm going to first notice that my friend's gone. I'm going to peer out, like, start whispering, like, a little bit. Are you down there?
Can it talk to me? Just curiosity.
It doesn't like to speak with words, but it seems to be more of an emotional state, and it seems to be just like standing by. He's, I don't know, eating grass cud.
Alright, I'll kind of walk like out into the clearing here and like Shambles, like the strangest thing I just woke up to just happened.
What?
It wasn't transformation. There was something inside me that came out.
Oh, it better be that demon I've been seeing.
You want the demon
I'm
to
feeling
stop?
the woodland god would recognize that demon or like not be okay with it, us being in his woods. I feel his presence. I'm feeling he's around somewhere.
Well,
Far away.
whether good or bad, it isn't I don't think it's the being. And I would show like the jackalope.
Oh dear goodness, what is that thing?
You never seen a horned rabbit? Can't blame you.
I've
This is
only
what people
known
call
that small
jackalope.
forest. I've always known that small forest I lived in nearby a small river in that small town. I've been...
So you kind of lived in a small world, basically.
Yes, I was in a
In the quite literal sense.
I'm concerned that my forest god-like creature would recognize a bad presence inside him. I'm worried about that.
Well, as far as research is concerned, these creatures tend to not be that feral. So, no concern here.
Alright.
The only concern is it came out of my body.
Oh, that's what came out of your body. Okay. That does not sound normal.
And I never expected that to happen this morning. I'm going to be honest.
Alrighty.
Don't have it like on the shoulder.
I'm going to tell you, come on, get back up in here. If you can, bring that thing along, and we need to talk to the witch and try to plan out what we need to do.
She would be behind you with the coffee, clothed in her different purples.
So
What do you gotta say? Sip. Like the obnoxious slurp.
I'm gonna ask. So, do you want to stop? Like, do you know this area that well? Just curious. Asking the
She
witch.
would say, I haven't heard much. I just know that there's an orc tribe around here. I know we have our last fortification defending on the woods, the thorny thicket as they call it. And then beyond there, there should be the mountains. And beyond that is the Elven city of I forget what
Wizards
city's
or
name.
whatever. That
Okay,
she
no, I
wants to
got
go
my
to.
map. Verdengard.
That she wants to go
Yeah.
to. So
I
do
say
you
that's
know?
our next
Do you
destination.
need to know the? Do you know the like town area that is over there? Like,
Is it hostile?
because I heard my friend over here seeing like an orc-like figure like chained up.
Likely interrogated.
She would say Fort Antonio. She would say that's our last fortification, keeping watch on for orcs. Yes.
Sounds like a hostile town for our friend here.
Yeah. I'm kind of afraid because how about this? You two go there and I'll do something around that area. So do you know the direction in the area of, I know this is a bad idea, we're splitting up, but I can't go in that place. I can't. I'm going to just say that now. Unless I transform into a human, which, nah, I'm not going to do.
You
I
refuse
don't.
to be human.
No, I don't, not that way. But, do you know where that orc village is?
She would say if they did, we would have waged war on it. She would kind of look ashamed, mainly, maybe not because she disagrees with the idea, but because she knows how that would be offensive to you. Let's just put it that way.
I say I don't blame you guys for raging war on my kind because, like,
No hard feelings,
there
but
is.
you don't exactly feel comfortable.
He says, not all orcs are the same.
Yeah.
I'm not related to these.
Not all orcs are the same. Many are hostile, but not all orcs are the same.
I must admit, I'm a bit curious about your kind. So, you aren't the typical kind of your species?
No, for as I know,
Based on-
most people see and most people hear, like I've heard, they conquer, take over, and destroy. Many of them do, I heard.
Doesn't sound like the friendliest type. But
Yes.
then again, it won't be the first time I've dealt with that.
She would suggest you could always turn into a different kind of animal. We've seen you do that.
Yeah, I say, do you think they would accept elves? Like they.
Like, can you transform into an elf?
I'm sure I can.
Well, it's mainly beasts. I want it, like polymorph would probably transform into a different racial creature, but it would be beasts, like animals. Like I don't think they would consider elves one.
I wonder how out of the ordinary they would consider my companion here.
I'm sure they would think it's livestock, like you're getting ready to sell something there.
She would look at it and say, "You've got a jackalope."
Indeed, I do.
She just now realized that.
It's
Yeah.
something that came out of me, apparently. What a violent way to wake up in the morning.
It got you very perplexed. You gave birth to a jackalope?
Yes and no.
She would step back, kind of thinking to herself, "Oh, what did I get involved with?"
Well, I guess
Much more than you imagine, I think in my head.
I will follow around Nicholas and I'll transform once we get to the castle area into one of these. Just like,
You're gonna become a flying cat or a cat of some sort.
yeah, like, let me look around. Where would they be if they're even in
We'll
there?
talk about animals. Animals would probably be near the end of the Moss Manual. I think there's a list of, not Moss Manual. No, Manual? There's
Maybe
a list of regular animals you can transfer into and stuff that gets conjured.
Direwolf. Bat,
And this will have
black
more.
bear,
I think it has to be a challenge level
boar,
2.
so be
brown
challenge
bear.
level two.
I see cat.
What's its challenge level?
It's definitely lower than 2. It's probably a 0, ain't it? Yeah, cat, level 0.
I would ask about like that decision. What exactly is that creature capable of?
I'm looking
Just out
around
of curiosity,
for
I
other-
would ask the witch herself, like
What kind of snake is
what
this?
is exactly your cat capable of in this form?
Is this a corn snake?
Constrictor snake.
Ooh,
So that's the one you cast down.
I think I'm going to turn into a snake. Wait, let me see if there's any other, like, what's this one?
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Now you will also have to
Frog.
think about if it will be inconspicuous.
What would they consider conspicuous?
What would be normal around
I would
these
ask,
parts?
I would just
think
ask
cat.
the witch if it's like her cat common around here.
She says, my cat ain't common, but all it does is fly. That's the only thing special. Like,
It's uncommon, but it's
But it's only
harmless
Could,
from the
I'm
sounds
going
of
to
it.
ask, what would be common around here? Alligators, snakes, frogs, and...
she says probably frogs and alligators, but I doubt that they want them inside.
True. Any normal pets around in this area? Like,
Maybe you could. And then I start looking at my jackalope, like
nah, I don't want to be a
looking back at you.
She'd say,
I
don't
doubt
know,
it's
dogs. Some people domesticated deers a couple years back. Since I guess rats would be very inconspicuous.
I want to be... why not be a deer? Where is there a deer somewhere in here?
Should be. It's alphabetized.
So it'd be in the D's.
D's, cats.
Oh, I guess this one only has it then. Deer challenge level 1. But
So it's a step above previous
What does it
one.
say?
not 1. It's still a 0, but it has a better armor class.
I'd say you're better off being a.
Should say, but I doubt they'll let you inside.
So let me see if about... would a wolf look too wolf-like, or would it look kind of like a dog, you could say?
Like,
She would say someone can vouch as your pet. You would be someone's pet.
A dire dog. I mean, death dog.
what?
That dog is
Oh,
that.
nah,
That is like a demonic dog.
They would not want that.
There is a dire wolf, and
If you-
it is within challenge rating that you can transform into. It's a bigger wolf.
Or
you
if
could probably
you
beat
want-
them out.
Or if you just want to be a forest creature and wait out, and we'll keep an eye out for stuff for you if you need.
How many times could I transform?
She would say, or you could just be in.
I could be a-
You can come through a window.
That'd be a bird. Yeah. I could be a bird.
She would say, don't become too small of a bird. Holding her cat.
Oh.
I would try.
What the fuck?
Suddenly I think back to when I was just a crow. I'm like, I look back
That
at the
would have
cat.
been bad if the cat.
Should have. Should have.
Um,
Because it can just.
What about birds? Birds.
Is the one thing about the game is a little.
And I look back at my jackalope just a bit, like, and back at the cat, like.
I can become a giant bat.
She's in her arms. But
Could I be in?
She kind of paused towards it.
not claws open, but.
Could I be like some kind of
Well,
exotic bird that could be a pet, like a parakeet?
You probably don't want
You
to
can
go
be
with
a
something
parakeet.
exotic.
Well, okay.
I can speak to people.
But they get that small.
No,
Yeah,
a
this picture's
parakeet,
a
like a
cat.
What
parakeet.
about
Parrot.
ostrich, emu, Maua, the extinct one.
Molly with the stone head. The main villain of
You
time.
guys want me to order food instead of going out?
You want to order food? I don't see why not if you feel that way.
You want pizza or?
I'm fine with Papa John's.
Okay, I'll order some Papa John's. Anything in particular, you guys?
Yeah, just a pepper and cheese.
Don't want anything?
Don't mind me.
You should.
I'm
I
ordering
feed
enough
on
for
story.
everyone. Okay, I'll order some. Just listen out for the door.
Guest star.
So I would like to be some kind of.
Wait, do we roll for the daytime's weather? Or
Do you want to?
It's like it's still
like at the moment,
storming.
it's like at the moment it's
It's
still
before
clear.
whatever gets affected by the storm. Trace is turn.
So it's like what's coming next.
I don't count that.
What's
Roll it again.
Ah,
human day.
human.
Human.
It's a little human day.
It's human, but it seems so cleared up.
Makes sense after the
Yeah.
storm it gets human.
So, do you not know if there's any like paired?
I don't know if it's fully. If it's anywhere.
Because that would be
It's in
cool.
this book.
I can be on your shoulder and talk to people. Like, you could tell them like, oh, this is my intelligent parrot. He likes to buy stuff.
You're like, dude, I want to spend my money. I need an animal that lets me spend money. You can always get. You could be a unicorn bunny. No, you're not the unicorn bunny.
A unicorn.
There was it.
Oh my. They're probably thinking,
It'll
ooh, that
probably
would be
fit in
that's a nice price. That horn right there. Ooh.
An Elvis?
Elvis.
Elvis. I think that's what it is. It's that.
I
Challenge level 1. I don't know why.
what all does it have?
I'm trying to figure out. Intelligent evil cranes
Whoa.
loom 8 feet tall.
Yeah, I want to be that.
Sweet Lord, I hope
Taller
you
than average
reconsider that.
humans. Well, actually, never mind. They wouldn't allow me in the store. I'm too tall.
Well, you
I
got
would
a duck.
Ugh.
Or you want to be a pond duck?
What?
A pond duck.
I could be a duck, I think.
A pond.
Probably sure. It'll take the stats of some bird that's on there. I don't think it's fully. Like, we can always just throw stuff in. For sure, you don't want to be the 8-foot bird. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to be the 8-foot bird, actually, yeah. It does sound pretty cool.
Just someone has to vouch for him.
How are we going to
I've
vouch
never
for
met
that?
this crane in my life.
Nah,
How are we going to vouch for this
It's my
Say
pet.
that
decision?
say it's intelligent and, a old
Did you say it
man.
was evil?
You don't have to be. If you're turning into it, you don't become it. But just like if you had met something like this in the wild, it says it's normally, naturally evil.
Well, if it's uncommon in the world, I guess I can vouch for it being
A exotic
behaved.
pet.
Since nobody probably has seen
And it does claim to be intelligent, but
Say it's an intelligent bird that follows me around, so I became a pet. My pet. Something like that.
I will try to vouch for that then. I will try with.
oh wait, if we're gonna go this way, you just turn into an Aarakocra. I'll count that. The bird people,
Oh, Aarakocra!
Oh, yeah, I can do
Bird
that.
person.
which I don't have.
But
an
could
end
I
for
still
one.
be 8 feet?
It would be a particularly
Exactly.
tall Aarakocra.
I wish I had an
Like
image of
D-ball,
one.
man.
I know what they look like.
I don't have the booklet like the book that brings.
Don't,
it up.
Nicholas, don't you have a friend that village?
In the other D&D session that I'm doing with my friends, I am a Aarakocra. It's like a gold eagle. That tends a bar.
It's not the eagle from Thousand Year Door. The
Rock
wrestler.
Rock?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, if you saw what I did to one person's head the first time we got into combat with one hit,
Wow.
that was an amazing
I am
moment right there.
bird person that follows Nicholas around.
Yeah, you can be an Aarakocra. I'll count. That's kind of racist to count that as an animal instead of. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it is racist. Oh well. Yeah, your bird person was a crane. Yeah, whatever. It's the same thing. Stats wise. It's the same.